This is not for me, but for the young video game generation and this decadent society/youth that can't focus on anything for longer than half a minute unless there's proper action behind it. Mozart's music doesn't need all this gimmickry. Or, as another commentator wrote about the upcoming video, WTF? Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are, welcome. Have you heard about that pretty seldomly played piece of music by this upcoming young composer? Really nice. And all would have been well if it weren't for those stage directors who are never happy with the status quo, always pushing, always nagging to find something new, something exciting, something shocking. And to torture us, the naive, the well-meaning audience with the figments of their sick imagination. It's disgusting. An especially appalling example comes from the Deutschen Oper in Berlin. Of course it does. This production was not only shown in Berlin, oh no, it was forced onto audiences all around the world, from Barcelona to Glasgow, from China to Taiwan. It was shown everywhere. And I love it. It's simply brilliant. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Okay, here we go. I have written all the details about this production in the description below. The soprano, the conductor, the set and stage director. Go and have a look. Maybe not quite what you have expected? Well, stay with me. The picture of the Queen as a huge spider is actually intriguing and makes sense. Throughout the opera, the Queen is spinning her web and is trying to catch foremost her daughter Pamina in order to poison her thoughts and to instrumentalize her in her fight for power against Sarastro. I find this really smart, and I love the simplicity in showing how Pamina in vain is trying to escape her mother's influences, running away without being able to move even an inch towards safety. Poor Pamina is running and her gigantuous spider mom catches up with her without even breaking a sweat. I know spiders can't sweat. It's like Pamina's nightmare become reality. Pamina is like a tiny hamster in her spinning wheel until she inevitably gets caught in the sticky web. Try to imagine the precision all the singers have to act with. They can't see the projection, so they can't see what their right position on stage is in order to make these projections work. If Pamina is standing a bit too much to the left or to the right, she would have been hit with those red knives and the illusion would not have worked. That's such a horrifying image. All those mini spiders all over Pamina. Those mini spiders might be as well Pamina's siblings who all lived under the queen's spell, and only Pamina had the courage to try to escape her mother's influence. That's such a strong image here when she is demanding that all the family bonds shall be destroyed if Pamina does not do as ordered by her mother. Verstoßen sei auf ewig, verlassen sei auf ewig, zertrümmert sein auf ewig alle Bande der Natur. We see huge tarot cards which predict the destruction of Pamina and her connection to her family, foreshadowing her possible future. And another powerful image. The Spider Queen has transformed in some horror bird, half raven, half vampire, and Pamina again running and running. Poor her, there is no escape for her. Oh my. If anyone still is doubting how dead serious and how deadly the Queen is, this huge skull tells you that the Queen is definitely not joking. I like this. First, because it's demonstrating again how precise the singers have to react to something they can't see at all. And second, because it shows that the Queen wouldn't just use the dagger to attack Sarastro, but to harm her daughter as well if she wouldn't be complicit. I can't help but deeply admire the visual fantasy the designing team has shown here. It's a completely different way to see the world, to see human interaction. I think the creators might have taken some inspiration from Tim Burton's movies like Nightmare Before Christmas or Corpse Bride. It's just one impression. Or Edward Gorey, the famous English artist. Anyway, I have to admit that I'm pretty envious. I have directed the Magic Flute myself, a version for kids, running time approximately 70 minutes, and I would have never been able to create this special world. I mean, it's better because it was for children and they would have been traumatized anyway, but I really like it. So, what's your verdict? WTF or eye-opening and powerful? Something in between? Let me know in the comments below, where you can find the links to the shown videos as well. As you may have noticed, I do love this approach to the magic flute, to the Queen of the Night. The only thing I'm wondering, as entertaining and impressive the short clip was, is how this permanent flood of extraordinary visual stimuli would feel in the run of a whole evening. The running time of the magic flute, depending on its version, is well over 2 hours. And I could imagine that I would be quite exhausted after sitting there for those 2 hours plus. Exhausted, but for sure inspired as well. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit the like and or subscribe button and join me in my next video, where I will explore for sure some more of these extraordinary or maybe just ordinary productions of operas we all seem to like so much. Until then, take care. Ciao.